keeps me turning back. I'm tired of being sane. Cologne will still lying in my bed. All the colors are dead inside. The whole world goes to black and white. The moon is falling, I hear you calling. My city is on fire. I hear a bang and my heart beats skips. Rock hard knuckles and easy checks. Where are you, baby? I'm still your lady. I'm gonna burn you down. I try to run away, but my soul keeps me turning back. I'm tired of being sane. Clone will still lying in my bed. Bourbon moon hangs in the sky. My man has left with a golden smile. This is so funny, you can kill me, honey. I'm already dead inside. My body is an empty bottle. Come on, baby, just give us an hour. I need to feel it, I'm gonna feel it. You make me come alive. I try to run away, but my soul keeps me turning back. I'm tired of being sane. Cologne will still lying in my bed. All the colors are dead inside. The whole world goes to black and white. The moon is falling, I hear you calling. My city is on fire. I hear a bang and my heart beats skips. Rock hard knuckles and easy checks. Where are you, baby? I'm still your lady. I'm gonna burn you down. I try to run away, but my soul keeps me turning back. I'm tired of being sane. Clone will still lying in my bed. And it's dead.
Greetings, friends, and welcome once again to Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. In the last episode, we arrived to the mysterious ghost town that people in town were talking about. So, We should watch out for any strange inconveniences, of course. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully, your Friday has been going well. And if not, well, that's what I'm here for. Sumi Yellow. Hey, Smart Bear. Hello? What has been going on your end, friends? Hopefully things have been going well thus far on this fine Friday and that you're looking forward to the weekend. It's the perfect time to relax, as they say. A much needed break after quite a week of many things to do on my end, at least. But without further ado, let's continue exploring. I believe last time we left the game right in front of the museum, which gates are now open. And indeed they are. I do remember, if I recall correctly, that we did leave Flora at the hotel that we're staying in. We found quite a nice room and she's staying in there because she was not feeling so well after the trip on the really strange train that we arrived in. So, without further ado, let's explore the museum. Well, look who were waiting for us. Look, do you hear that? It sounds like the conductor and Mr. Beluga rowing again. Nothing. You don't even have so much of a lead on it. I thought I told you to find it and find it fast. Uncle, you gotta cut me some slack. It's no piece of cake sneaking around with the fuzz on my tail. Plus, that professor dude from London has been on playing detective. Keeping a low profile takes it out of a guy, you know what I'm saying? Plus, my feet are killing me from all this running around. How about you let me take a break? So, there's something fishy going on with Mr. Beluga and Sammy here. Well, much more Mr. Beluga than Sammy, of course. Sammy seems to be just following orders, as they say. Game is a tad loud compared to you. How about now? Is that any better? Good. You always were a layabout, Samuel. Stop moaning and get back to the task at hand. Until you find that box, better not hear a word break coming out of your mouth. Gosh, Mr. Beluga really let him have it. Do you think he was the one who opened this gate? I'm not sure, though it appears that while the gate is open, the museum itself is still closed. But let's put this discussion aside for a moment. Tell me, Luke, do you recognize the symbol on our feet? The stone has been worn down over the years, but I definitely see this design before. Oh, it looks like the symbol on the book we found lying out on the street. That it does, but I'm certain we've seen something like this in another location. But where? Oh yes, now I got it. What is it, Professor? We must locate Inspector Shelmy at once. I need to see that photo he acquired from the crime scene. But this town is so big, how are we gonna track him down? Well, it's quite late now. He might have returned to the hotel for the night. What do you think? I think you're probably right. Quick, let's head back to the hotel. It does look like the symbol in the cover of the book that we found. But I'm curious as to what Layton has in store for us with this certain deduction. This town is quite big. I love sweet stuff, but there's not much of it here in Folsen's. Do you think you can help me? How to satisfy a sweet tooth? I know. Why don't we make you a cup of tea? Capital idea, look. Tea? gosh, I was hoping for sugar-coated choco cookie cupcakes, but I suppose a tea could be tasty. Just make sure it's extra sweet, okay? Extra sweet. I don't think we have the materials required for such a cup, unfortunately, at least at the moment. So we will leave this activity for a later date, once we have acquired all the necessary ingredients to make such a cup. Because we were just introduced to the mechanic of making teacups in the last episode, so I'm pretty sure we're not gonna have all the ingredients necessary, perhaps. Folsens used to be home to many families of noble birth. Then Duke Harrison discovered a vast gold deposit on the outskirts of town, which changed everything. Folsens developed rapidly, but word of the gold brought all sorts of unsavory types. It's such an awful shame. This used to be such an enchanting town. We're getting a lot of information about it, about this town. But at the same time, I'm not hearing as many mentions of this so-called vampire we were hearing about last time. And look who it is. Inspector, there is something I need to ask of you. Can you spare just a moment? Oh, Layton, I see you've been busy. I didn't think you've managed to solve 50 puzzles so soon. I see someone has been underestimating our abilities as detectives and puzzle solvers. That is not an attitude that I appreciate, Mr. Chelmy. But coming from you, it's an attitude to be expected, to be honest. I heard you've been busy sniffing around town for clues. Tell me, has your search yielded any genuinely useful facts yet? Another missing dog, perhaps? Perhaps. Would you mind showing me that photo you recovered from the doctor's flat? Am I to understand there's a clue to be found in that photo? Well, I see you've solved 50 puzzles already, so I can tell you're serious about the investigation. My top priority is solving this case, so if you think you can help, I might as well show you the thing. What the devil? Is something the matter, sir? There's a hole in my blasted pocket. Oh no. That is not the kind of hole that you just forget about and don't notice. That is pretty much your entire pocket been missing, sir. There's no more pocket anymore in your jacket. So that's just not a hole. That's just absolute 100% missing of the entirety of your pocket, which makes me surprised that you've just noticed it. I've been scattering the pieces about without even noticing. This is a low point in my career. Just one? Not to get sassy, as they say. But I haven't seen Chelmy do much in regards of the investigation thus far. This might have been his only contribution, and as they say, he blew it. 0 pocket ability, that is correct. You cannot keep anything in there. It sounds that all that remains of the photo is this one scrap. It doesn't look like we'll ever see that photo again. Perhaps not. The pieces were all still in my pocket when we entered Folsens. Of that much I am sure. Inspector, do you recall the path you took around town over the past couple of hours? Bits of it, yes. Let's see. Puzzle 110. So, we're gonna have to figure out what is the path that he took. Chelmy's route. Oh. Okay. Since we have some pieces to move around, cafe flower hat. Use what the inspector remembers to find the path that he took through town. I took a few turns, but only one at the junction that had a cafe on it. I also passed in front of one hat shop. Oh, and one flower shop too. And I didn't walk any farther than necessary. That does sound that the Chelmy we know. Just doing the just and necessary and not going all the way for anything. No, not even A life or death investigation regarding a relic that might kill people. Interesting to hear, Inspector. Now that you've heard his recollection, can you trace the route the inspector took through town? Well, we will definitely try. So, I took a few turns, but only one at the junction that had a cafe. So if he starts over here, only one. It could be this way, or it could be this way. I also passed in front of one hat shop. So maybe it's around here, but it could be around here too. But he said he took a few turns, so it's definitely this way. Oh, and one flower shop too. So perhaps... And I didn't walk any farther than necessary. I do feel this could be correct. We'll try it like this.
And now to test my theory.
Marvelous.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
That's right. You might have worked out the inspector's path through town, but the search for those photographs is just beginning. I have no doubt of this fact. Then, after leaving northeast corner of town, I came straight back to the hotel. That should be enough information to get us started, thank you. Come look, let's see if we can recover the pieces of the photo by retracing the inspector's steps. What's so important about that photo, Professor? I'm unsure of the photo's content, but I have very confidence that it will lead us to the Elysium box. Say no more, I am sold. After all, your intuition never fails. Let's hurry to the northeast of east of town. I think we can get there through the little path where that bulldog was sitting. Yes, let's. I'll lead the way. But I get the feeling that the bulldog is not gonna make it easy. The professor looked aside to investigate the northeast corner of town. Chapter 5: Shadows on the Street Corner. Shall we check on Flora? I'm wary of her state. Where's Flora? Oh, you startled me. Where did you get off to, Flora? Me? Come on, look. A gentleman never forces a lady to say more than she wants to. But I'll say she is acting a little strange. Oops, of course, where are my manners? Sorry, Flora. Oh, don't give it a second thought. Say, how does the investigation go? Did you find anything more about the Elysium box? A bit, but nothing concrete. What we need is more time to comb the area for clues. We could be quite a while, so if you feel tired, go ahead and turn in, dear. I will. I sure hope you two find a good solid lead soon. Anything else that you'd like to say? I'll be here resting. You two be careful out there. We will, Flora. Do feel better soon. Any secrets around here? Oh, a puzzle. What an elegant flower. And it smells so nice. While we're on the subject of flowers, tell me, Luke, have you ever heard of this puzzle? Puzzle 62. Smell the roses again. Nothing smells quite as sweet as freshly cut roses. Can you fill the room with... Oh, it's the same puzzle as the one we did in the train. Interesting. Yeah, it's the same format. Well, usually you want to play around with the corners in situations like this, so the smell can extend as far as it can. No, we're missing this space right here. There you go. Bingo.
Here goes.
Marvelous.
Piece of cake.
With those roses in place, the whole room will smell great. That was pretty easy, I gotta admit. It was no sliding puzzle. Nothing creates a feeling of tranquility in a room quite like a fresh bouquet. I love flowers. My sweetheart recently gave me a bouquet of flowers. They were all yellow and blue, just like our signature colors, and it was quite adorable, honestly. I'll say, those flowers in the military explorers deluxe rooms are really relaxed to me. Oh yes, the ones that the conductor placed in the rooms were very soothing. Of course. It's so obvious. I can't imagine why I didn't think of it until now. What do you mean, Professor? Did you arrive to the conclusion that the flowers were the one object, the one factor that made everybody fall asleep? Look, think back to when the that train carriage switched tracks. Can you remember anything? Well, honestly, I don't remember much. I dozed off during all that, so everything's a bit foggy. Of course it is. The sudden sleepiness we experienced was no coincidence. Furthermore, I don't believe it was mere chance that we awoke upon our arrival in Folsens. No, I'd say our little nap was part of a larger plan. What plan would that be? Were I to venture, I guess, I'd say Sammy's roses contain some kind of extra ingredient, which sent everyone to sleep so that one of the carriages could switch tracks. Precisely, my boy. I'll wager that only those riding in the deluxe carriage were taken away to Folsens. This is an interesting piece of information that may seem pretty obvious, but it's interesting that you can only hear this conversation in the optional puzzle. And a nice little coin. Welcome back, sirs. Still busy with your investigation, you see. So lovely, our town is quite vast, so take care not to tire yourselves out. I have noticed, sir, this ain't no curious village after all. This is honestly close to a whole city, if I can be perfectly honest with you. I'm sure your feet must be sore, so why not sit a moment and enjoy this puzzle I've prepared? Oh, I'll be delighted to play your puzzle. Precious metals. Lucky you! You've inherited a 5-square plot of land that's rich in precious metals. Each chunk of copper ore has a value of 1, each silver chunk has a value of 3, and each gold chunk has a whopping value of 5. You're allowed to pick 5 squares of land for yourself, but the 5 squares must be connected to each other. Squares diagonal to one another don't count as connected. Interesting. Your task is to claim the most valuable 5-square plot possible. Can you do it? I think I can. This seems pretty easy if I can be perfectly honest. So, 5, 1, 3. We definitely need to grab at least one piece of gold. You might be tempted to go for the one on the top right, which has 5 pieces very close to each other, but one piece of gold can make the difference here. So, the answer here would be the second corner with the most amount of minerals available to us, and that also contains a piece of gold.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Marvelous.
Ha! Wonderful.
You're rich. The plot of land displayed is the only one that achieves a value of 10, the highest value possible given the conditions of the puzzle. If I had that amount of money, I wouldn't have to worry about maintenance for my car anytime soon. Well done, sir. Should you begin to feel weary from running about town, do stop in to rest. We all do. Wait a minute, since when you have a car? Since 2 years ago, Maggie. Who do you think takes you to the grocery shopping? You know, I sometimes forget about that. Although I gotta say, solving cases does pay a lot depending on the customer, of course. And we got a dull diary key. Another puzzle. Keep this under your hats, but you know that hole in the inspector's pocket? A dog did... That might have been the most important clue, and I am amazed that Chelmy didn't mention this. A dog officer? Which dog? Inspector Chelmy had an altercation with a canine by a path to the northeast corner of town. Yes, I see we're talking about the same dog. Well, dogs can sniff out mean people, you know? That's just more proof that he needs to be nicer. He might seem a bit prickly at times, but he's actually quite kind. Having said that, this story I heard about him concerns one of his less friendly episodes. Puzzle 111. How many turns? Oh. Someone was angry while on duty. Chelmy sent his squad out to investigate an accident. Before leaving, he said this: I want you to search the entire area shown on this map. Take any route you want, but report how many times you turned in the process. You're free to turn left or right, but U-turns are strictly forbidden. The Bobbies completed their shift and returned to report their turns. Judging by their reports though, it seems at least one man was loafing on the job. Touch the number you think the numbers you think are suspicious to mark them with an X. Okay. Who was lacking on the job? Interesting. Well, I'm gonna assume it's the officers with an 88, 105, 105, 113, 140, and 146. The ones that rub me the wrong way are the ones with odd numbers.
This should do the trick.
Marvelous.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
There we go. Well done, sir. Now I must be off. The inspector and I need to sweep the area for more clues. Just make sure to remind him to use his second pocket, perhaps. Or maybe you should keep the things. I wouldn't trust Shelmy with anything, really. Now excuse me as I hydrate myself. Much better. Do watch yourselves when out on the streets. There's no telling what's out there. Well, I would like to know why they call this place Ghost Town. Some very strange things have been happening, that's for sure. And another key. Let's continue. Now we just need to retrace our steps that we did before. And we will arrive to where the dog was. That bulldog is blocking our path to the northeast corner. How do we get through? Our friend the bulldog seems to have had a chance to in temperament since we last met. He looks really hungry, Professor. I think he'll let us pass if we bring him a snack. Very well. I seem to remember a grocer's beneath the watchtower. I'm sure we can find a suitable snack for our friend there. The professor and Luke decide to visit the local grocers. So, let's go find a nice meal for our canine friend here. Find food indeed. Lila. Why does everyone make such a kerfuffle about warning people away from the castle? Even if you wanted to go, it's impossible to get up there. The forest gate is always locked. I take it that's the sole path to the castle then? You actually want to go there, don't you? It's a weird and scary place, but I know the feeling. The gate only opens to let these old stagecoach through. If you hide in the bushes and wait for the coach, you might be able to sneak in behind it. So the gate does open. Do you know anything about this stagecoach? You got me there. It heads up to the castle every day at about the same time. Maybe it delivers raw steaks and blood for the vampire's dinner. Huh. You don't seem too worried about the mention of a potential vampire living in town. Perhaps the people of this city are used to it by now. But really, I have no idea. But hey, all this talk of stagecoaches reminds me of this puzzle about horses. Where is the... Okay. Tug of war. Okay. Team of horses are participating in a tug of war matches. All teams are drawn from 8-horse stable. The first 3 matches end in draws as shown. Match 1, A, B, C, D versus E, F, G, H. Okay. If you want the 4th match to result in a draw as well, which horses should be on the team pulling against E and F? Okay. Touch a horse to add it to the team. Okay. So we're choosing the horse conundrum. That would have been quite the more creative name for the puzzle than Tug of War, but it's not bad, honestly. This one is quite strange. But I think it's D?
Let's see if this
Oh,
works.
marvelous.
That was almost too easy.
The horse conundrum is finally over, it seems. Well done. Yeah, no need to do like complicated calculations here, since most of the horses compete several times. Oh, now I get it. Thanks a million. Like I was saying, if you want to go through that gate, sneaking in with the stagecoach is the only way. But you never know what kind of dangerous stuff could be hiding in the woods, so I say stay here. The Elysium box has such a nice ring to it. What genius came up with that gem of a name? Such a useful piece of information. But it is a nice name, I'll say. How did that recipe go again? Having trouble, my dear? Alright, I'm trying to remember all the things Mom said would have Kira cold, but I've forgotten. Let's see, I need a clover and some kind of leaf and... there's one more. It sounds like your mother was talking about ingredients for a blended tea. I think with that you told us, we might be able to make a cup of tea for you if you'd like. Really? That'd be great. Good, let's see, we need two things, plus something that works on colds. Hold on. The tea I'm after has clover, some kind of leaf, and that thing that works on colds. Could it be the classic? I think it's the same one Layton was having. We can definitely try, but we're still missing a couple of ingredients here and there. It does have leaves. We'll give it a try, why not? Yeah, no, we're still missing some key ingredients, it seems. We'll find out about that later. I do remember this place. Hello there, gents. How can I help you today? We're in desperate need of food for a hungry dog. Do you still have anything that fits the bill? Well, that's the most interesting request I have heard all day. I don't have anything in a tin, but this leftover beef chunk will make Rover sit up and beg. That should do nicely. Would you be willing to part with it? Of course, I just hope your dog likes garlic. I'm sure that won't be a problem. Good, good. Now, I won't charge a penny, but you'll have to solve this puzzle I got here. I've been mulling it over for days and I'm starting to lose sleep. Are you now? Well, we'll be more than happy to help you. I am a fan of garlic, but not in excess, you know? Some of it is nice to season your meal, but not too much. Garlic is a wonderful seasoning when used in moderation, but the smell can be pretty potent. Someone put garlic cloves in this intricate container and they are really stinking up the room. Use the 2 corks below to help our friend deal with the smell. Touch the screen and in the place you want to put the corks. User must not use more than 2 corks. Hmm. Let me try something. Classic Layton misdirection. Just cover his nostrils.
Here goes.
Marvelous.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
That is the kind of Layton puzzle that I personally love. Simple as that. A real forehead moment. That would have been much simpler. You gotta be a real garlic lover like me to solve that one. Here, you work for this beef shank, so it's all yours. And we got one of the ingredients that we were missing. The clover. So we might be able to do that tea from before. But first, we have a dog to tame. Thank you very much for the water, Redeem. Who's that individual? You're gonna wear your souls out if you keep running around like that, fellas. Rest your feet for a minute while you solve this puzzle of mine. 113. A stack of dice. You've stuck 3 dice in a column. At the points where 2 dice touch, the faces that are touching add up to 5. If one visual face of the bottom die is showing a 1, what number must be on the top face of the top die? Each die is identical and all sets of opposing faces on each die add up to 7, just like any other die. Okay. If one visible face of the bottom die is showing a 1, what number must be on the top face of the top die? Each die is identical and all sets of opposing faces of each die add up to 7, just like another die. So, if this one's equal, is it 6?
Consider this puzzle solved.
Oh, marvelous. That was a tricky one.
Wonderful.
That required some, as Maggie would call it, brain usage. You're not slouch at this. What do you think you're going to find here in Folsens? I don't mean to sound ominous, but there are truths better left buried. Huh. He kinda looks like Alexander Anderson from Helsing. Just with a bigger nose. And without the knives. New hamster toy. it's just old Bart Simpson. That is also an accurate comparison. Here's our chance to look. Throw him the beef shank. I'm already on it. Here it goes. It seems the bad boy is starting to become a good boy. They were just hungry after all. That is quite adorable. I personally prefer cats, but I gotta admit that dogs can be quite adorable. I think our little offering did the trick. I don't think this dog is going to be doing any snarling anytime soon. We can finally explore the rest of the town now. The town just continues to get even bigger, it seems. Oh, we found our first piece of the photo. A piece of the photograph? I'd say so. Sharp eyes, look. I'll place it in my trunk for safekeeping. I don't like to brag, but I make the best pancakes you ever tasted, guaranteed. Okay. The thing is, while the flavor is out of this world, I have trouble getting the size to be consistent. Serving them can be such a pain because you need to stack them just so. Here, I'll show you. I find it interesting that Layton has not said a word. A single sentence came out of this man, and he got dragged into another puzzle. Pile of pancakes too. Okay, here's a, oh, it's kind. We've done one like this before, but now we have 4 pancakes to worry about. Can you move the pile of pancakes from the blue plate on the left to the red plate on the right? Wait though, it's not as easy as it sounds. You must follow the rules. You can only move 1 pancake at a time. You cannot place a pancake on top of another one that's smaller than itself. You can use the middle plate and move the pancakes as many times as you like. The gentleman's luck, that is true. Before we continue with this puzzle, allow me to drink some water. You will see me hydrating myself many times because the temperature has not been very kind to your dear lady here. Okay. What do if we start by moving these? Move these ones around here. We move this one around here. That would leave enough space for us to move the largest pancake here. Move this one here, this one here. You allow us to move this one here. This will free the plate in the middle, so we can move the second smallest pancake on top of the third one, and we'll move the first and smallest one on top of everything.
This should do the trick.
Marvelous.
Ha! Wonderful.
Yummy. Wow, your hands moved so fast there. It looked like you were juggling those pancakes. Next time I grease up my pan, you're welcome to as many as you can eat. A new hamster toy. Once again, Layton did not say a thing. He just frowned and smiled. Another piece of the photo. Look, do you see that piece of the photograph over there? I do. Great, Professor. I hope it hasn't gotten all soggy from lying on the ground out there. Don't worry, look. It looks more or less intact. Just 13 more. Also, allow me to save real quick. I would hate to lose this progress that we've done. Any coins? Perhaps in one of the windows. Interesting. We have two paths here. Let's try this one first. Oh, it's you. Oh, Katya, we meet again. Hey, I know you. You're Mr. Anderson's daughter. Yes, my name is Katya. What brings you to Folsom's? I'm sorry, but I can't really talk about it. Excuse me, I have to get back to my search. Goodbye. Katya, wait a minute. What are you looking for? Wow, she moves fast. So Katya was headed to Folsom's all along, just as we were. Look, I believe we've uncovered the identity of the third party asking around about the Elysian box. That would have been a very safe guess, honestly. She is doing a much better job of looking for it than Chelmy ever did. It would seem to be the only possibility, yes. Professor, I see a piece of photograph over there. Nicely done, look. I'll just tuck this away in my trunk so we don't lose it. Just 12 more. A coin in a trash can. Interesting. Who holds $5 in their hand? They're like, you know what? I don't want this shit, and they just throw it in the trash can. That's fucking stupid. You can buy burgers with that shit, man. Hello? Folsom's, the Gilded Town. Oh yeah, that's what they used to call this place when I were a little one. That's how Alexei makes money, just looking at trash cans. I will have to take your word for it. I used to work down in the mine that gave the town its nickname, see? Well, I did till they closed it down a few years ago, isn't it? Even now, I sometimes catch crooks sneaking down into the mine to see if anything's down there. Welcome to the Stream Dragon. Hopefully your Friday has been going quite pleasant. If that's not the case, well, of course, you're more welcome to join us. Your presence is more than welcome. They always come back with nothing though. Count on that, boyo. We've certainly heard rumors of the great fortune of Duke Harrison left behind. You're a treasure hunter too, boyo? In that case, take it from me. The real money is not in the mine. It's in the Duke's castle, isn't it? You might have a bit of trouble getting in mine, considering there's a vampire living up there. Alright, enough moitoring. I have to get back to working out what's it's this scrap of paper, but here it is. I know. It's a scrap of the photo. We've been looking all over for it. Oh, so this thing's yours, is it? Well, I haven't got any use for it, so you better take it, isn't it? Thank you very much, sir. Wait a second. Hey, there's another scrap of the photo. Inspector Chimney centrally got around. He did mention he saw a hat shop and a cafe and a flower shop, but I didn't have the idea that he went into the place, since he seemed to be the kind of person that he didn't want to enter just places. So you're saying he's half-assed in the investigation? Pretty much, yes. That is what I think. So, wow. This place sure has some unusual art. I don't even know what to make of this picture. Also, yes, Punch, vampires always have treasure. Similar to dragons? I hear so many legends of like dragons holding treasures and stuff. Kind of like in The Hobbit, you know, that classic book. That is correct. Dragons are also known for guarding treasure. This one here. Are these weird shapes some kind of code? It seems you've stumbled across a puzzle. Look here. Okay, 86. Perplexing figures. Okay. Huh. Usually this kind of puzzle, you're only supposed to look at one half of the picture. Okay. Oh, I get it. The Emperor's Dragon Lords all very treacherous solvent, that is true. V, C, D, E, F. So this is supposed to be A. That is true. Am I supposed to draw the whole picture? Probably. It would look like this.
Let's see if this works.
Marvelous.
Layton's apprentice.
Just drawing the
strikes
A
again.
would have gotten us an incorrect. And we just reached 2000. Oh, now I see how it works. Good job. Let's get out of here. Now we can take the second path in that intersection. This one right here. And another piece of the photograph. There's another shred of the photograph sitting in that pile of rubbish. You stay here, Professor. I'll go and get it. Watch your footing, look. That pile of rubbish looks quite precarious. Here it is. What I can't work out is why the inspector was running around in the rubbish in the first place. Did he really think that the criminal would be hiding out there? Knowing Chelmy? It's not outside of the world of possibility. Coin. And not much else. Let's see, we picked up 7 scraps so far, but we're supposed to still go. But I suppose we still got more work ahead of us. Yes, the job's far from over. It would seem we're about halfway there, give or take a piece. But we've walked the length of this alley, and I think it's safe to say we won't find anything else here. I say we focus on our search on other places the inspector might have visited. The professor looked aside to search the rest of the town for the remaining scraps of the photo. It was not gonna be that easy. Duke, I just found this piece of rubbish on the ground. Oh, literally is the most boorish habit one can have. Look, Professor, it's part of the photo. Yes, that appears to be the case. It seems the piece really are scattered all over town. What a huge pain. It might take some legwork, but each piece brings us closer to the answer. We must retrieve them all. Sorry to break the tea party, but I'm the one who picked it up, you know. If you want it so badly, you'll have to solve this puzzle for me first, okay? Gladly, Mr. Attitude. Turn on the light. You just called it trash, but apparently if someone else has a desire for it, he will decide to keep it. The board shown in the picture on the left is wired on the underside so that holding contact points A and B together turns the light on. Now, look at the board in the center. This light has 3 contact points, A, B, and C. No matter whether you hold contact points A and B, B and C, or C and A together, the light stays on. In that case, how must the wires be connected on the underside of the board? Draw the conclusion that requires the fewest number of connections. The dotted red line indicates a known wire. Okay. Is it as simple as connecting the battery directly to the light?
And now to test my theory.
Marvelous.
And there we have it.
Interesting how Layton puzzles sometimes give you that sense of misdirection. Well, they will give you 4 answers, but the actual answer is right in front of your eyes. That is the kind of puzzle that I enjoy personally. The one that requires you to think outside the box. You're sharper than I thought you'd be. Here, I didn't want this silly thing anyway. Good job. Will we find anything in the museum, perhaps? I don't think we will. I think we'll have to come back here later, once our current mission has been completed. Oh, speaking of which... Professor, there's a piece of the photograph. Excellent, I'll put it with the rest. Good job. Why does everyone make such... Oh, we've heard this conversation before. It's the same conversation minus the puzzle. There's one more. It seems like Chelmy went around town for much longer and for... He took quite the detour, we could say. Much more than he talked about when we would talk to him. That's for sure. Someone took the gate down. It's completely broken. Hello again, fellows. Your fellow neighborhood postman, Parcel, at your service. Hello, Mr. Parcel. May I ask, why do you come all the way out here? Believe me, son, I'd love to tell you, but that's a secret between the people of Falls Ends and Dropstone. It's not really my place to gossip about their affairs. That is actually pretty nice work ethic you have there. Oh, it looks like the inspector has found a new victim to grill. So the only way into Falls Ends is through a narrow mountain pass on the Military Express. In other words, no one gets in or out of town without getting on that train, correct? Oh, I see someone's been up late doing their homework. I think you got your facts straight, love. Age takes its toll on the memory, you know? You could never tell by looking, but I'm no spring chicken. That's quite enough, madam. If you're sure about the route into town, then we're finished here. Barton, let's go. I mean, yes, sir. Oh, blow me down. He's dashed off. Some boys can sit still for 5 minutes. I hope I didn't embarrass the poor lamb. I only wanted him to come in and see a show. And with that, we had a nice interaction with Shelmy and a piece of the photograph. We've been here before. So, straight left first. Say, there's a shack again. Oh, there. I was wondering where she was. Now we know. Hey guys, what you doing out here? This guy's focus was shooting these pieces everywhere. Pretty freaking much, as they say. They're just everywhere. Hey guys, what you doing here? Thank you very much for the water redeem. I appreciate it. Hello, young man. We're looking for pieces of a torn photograph. Have you seen any pieces around? Yeah, the wind blew this thing by me. Is this what you two are looking for? The law of the playground is finders keepers, but you can have it if you solve this puzzle. 101. Disappearing Act 1. So, judging from that title alone, I get the idea that we'll be doing many more of these. This is the kind of puzzle that has sequels coming, as they say. Okay, here's a classic puzzle. The rules are simple. You can move any ball on the board below as long as you satisfy the following conditions. To move, jump your selected ball over an adjacent space occupied by another ball into an empty space on the other side. You can't jump diagonally. Once you've made the jump, the ball you jumped over disappears from the board. To complete the puzzle, you must remove all the balls from the board except for one. Okay. Okay. Let me give it a try. This one, this one, and this one.
This should do the trick.
Marvelous and simple.
And there we have it.
Thank you very much, Punch. Oh, I get it now. Thanks for your help. Here's the photo scrap, just like I promised. There's used to be lots more people in Folsom's way back then, but then everyone just up and left. Be safe just in case. We're very close to finding them all. We're missing just 4. Boy, you two sure run around a bunch, huh? You'd never catch me doing that. I get all sweaty. Thanks for the information, sir. We haven't checked inside shops very much. Now this is a sticky wicket. Can I help you with something? I hold these new items to appraise, but I'm so fatigued that I can't seem to make any headway. You do seem to have rather a daunting task on your hands. Colonel Sanders? Oh, they do look like him. Something relaxing but spicy. I do think we have all the ingredients to try something out. Spicy. Boost immunity. Mood lifting. Relaxing. Great for skin. Relevant in the sun. So, relaxing and spicy. We could try it. But we need 3 ingredients. Sour, sweet, refreshing. Can we put multiples of the same? We can. That was clearly not the right combination. Perhaps the one ingredient that we're missing is unfortunately the one that we're missing. I'm very sorry, Colonel Sanders. We'll have to come back here at a later moment. We're also doing work here. Would you look at that, right in front of the hotel, no less. Look, is that another of the missing fragments of our photograph I see? Indeed it is. You're in phone says now, kids. So go on and dream big, cause anything is possible here. Let me welcome you newcomers with a little riddle. Welcome us. We've been here for a while. This guy is all ears. I would comment on that statement if it wasn't for the fact that my ears are also quite big. But they are quite fluffy, as some of you may like to mention. It celebrates a plaza like the one you and I are standing right now. 60 Plaza puzzle. Okay. So there's a big old statue in the middle of the plaza. When you take away the area occupied by the statue, the plaza looks sort of donut-like in shape. What you have to do is divide this donut-like plaza into 2 identically shaped parts using only one line. Oh, and before you get any big ideas, the dotted lines shown below won't cut it because they're actually 2 lines. Try your answer on the touchscreen. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Should it be? I think it's around here. No, hold on. Drawing circles is already hard enough. Trying doing this with a mouse, it's not easy.
This should do the trick.
Marvelous.
And there we have it.
Do you happen to have a piece of the photograph? Lots of folks come to Folson's dreaming of wealth and glory, but you two seem different. Take it from someone who's seen it all. Stay away from the forest to the northwest of town. This warning just means we'll be having to go there sooner than later. Folson's, so good day. Wait, anyway, this is the place where all your dreams come true. Professor, the train still stopped at the station, but there's not a soul in sight. Then it seems you have no choice but to remain in town. All the more reason to proceed with our investigation of the area. I suppose so. Okay, let's keep looking. Perhaps the remaining 3 will be in the hands of characters and not easily seen. But I could be wrong. I want to check on Flora first. Oh, she's still saying the same thing. Which is kind of a shame that she's been absent or out of commission throughout most of the game. I was personally very interested to see her reactions to things. Okay. More mentions of vampires. Are you talking about the vampire they say lives in the Harrison Castle? Well, gosh, if you knew what I was talking about, why'd you make me explain it? Anyway, even though the whole Fang thing sounds creepy, that old vampire is nothing to be scared of. As long as you have crows or some garlic, you'll be right as rain. Actually, I bet you a slice of garlic bread will be enough to do the trick. Garlic bread. Listen, I meant to ask you too. Do you know what this is? The one blew it. Oh! Okay. Interesting. She just gave it to us. Useful. No one in town ever wants to play with me. It's very boring. So we'll have to talk to characters now. We already talked to her. It would have been very interesting if we found one here. An emergency? More tea recipes. Something sweet. It's a secret monster fighting recipe handed down from my great-great-grandfather. It's joy root clover and a little something else from a little bit smoky taste. I could use some tea myself. I believe we might be able to make you something that would approximate that tea. Okay. Something fits me a smoky tea with clover and something sweet in there. Make it quick. Clover. We don't have anything. We don't have anything smoky. in flavor at least. Yeah. That is just the one that we're missing. But no piece of paper of the photo in here. This place gives me a bad feeling. Who knows who could be looking down that path? From what I can see, it's just an expanse of wilderness. Let's leave it be for now. Shall we talk to Mr. Garlic again? They're in need of some tea as well, judging from the splashing icon above their head. We'll deal with the tea once we've talked to everybody. Nothing here. So the left side of town has been pretty much covered. Now we should try the right side. I want to talk to one of the this fella right here. This is one of the areas that we were missing. Business has been slower than a snail riding a tortoise, as the saying goes. With no customers, I don't really have much to do, unfortunately. Do you have any other duties besides watching the door? Some small tasks. For instance, the boss requested that I make some extra copies of the menu. To be honest, it's a real bother. Would you mind helping me out? Not at all. Puzzle 69. Honestly, I'm quite surprised. No reaction? No joke? No over-the-top, unnecessary, annoyingly loud comment? Sorry, I fell asleep. What happened? Nothing in particular. The menu you see here has been folded into thirds with print on both sides, meaning in total there are 6 pages to it. The boss needs lots of copies, but unfortunately your copy machine can only copy a maximum of 2 menu pages at once. To save time, you're trying to compensate a copy of the menu in a few passes through the machine as possible. What is the fewest number of passes through the machine you need to make a full duplicate of the menu? So, if you 3 passes?
Let's see if this works.
Marvelous.
That was almost too easy.
Yeah, by folding it.
You could say you folded that puzzle.
Is that all there is to it? I was sure there's some fancy technique involved. There are probably nicer ways to do it. Are you sure your boss is okay with you doing it like that? Haha, no one's gonna notice. Everyone's usually so busy picking what they want to eat. If you say so, mister. Tell me, have you ever worked up the nerve to wander out the past edge of town? The tales I've heard about what people see out there would make your blood run cold. I recently went out there myself to take a few pictures with my best camera. What came out was, well, see for yourself. 96. A ghostly puzzle. More mentions of ghosts and monsters. Yikes! There's a ghost in the forest, or so you thought, until you realized that the spectre hovering in front of you was just a figure cut out of wood hanging from a branch. Looking around the area, you noticed 4 pieces of wood scattered in the grass. From which one of these wooden planks was the ghost cut out? You have 4 choices, A, B, C, or D. Beware, the correct board might have flipped over in the grass. A has a different tail. C has the arms flipped in the wrong direction. And one of the fingers in D is it's not the right amount of number of digits. And it goes hand. So it's B.
And now to test my theory. A
Marvelous.
true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Hey, I thought you were going to show us a photo of a real ghost. Sorry to get your hopes up, friend. I do so love pulling that one on customers. All joking aside, no one dares to enter the forest now. The whole place is overgrown and perilous. A new hamster toy. Let's continue our search of the remaining photos. But can we talk to them again? This restaurant has a long tradition of serving the Folsom's elite. That's why it's my duty as the doorman to turn away anyone who doesn't follow the dress code. Literally, no one in town wants to go near the forest. There's a path that takes you up to the Harrison Castle, but the gate leading there is locked. Is it bad that we've seen that same log absolutely destroyed? A little bit unnerving, to say the least. Taking in the sights, are you? Have you heard of Harrison Museum? It's got all sorts of antiques from Folsom's most important family. I recommend you visit it, but the curator, Grinko, is almost never there. If you ever find the place open, consider yourself lucky. Yes, we've noticed. We were hoping to visit, but the museum was closed when we passed by. Word is, the museum's owner ordered Grinko to look it up and run around town looking for something. The owner, you say? Do you happen to know who this person is? Of course, everyone does. It's the same fella who owns the Military Express, if you can believe it. Oh, is it now? Maybe building museums is some weird hobby you're further edge, but it seems like a waste of me. It would seem Mr. Beluga owns not only the Military Express but the Harrison Museum as well. How odd. What use Mr. Beluga have for a little museum like that? Perhaps he just wants to display the Elysian box. Delicious water. We can say for now, what's clear is that Mr. Beluga might have ties to the Harrisons he's kept quiet about. Done chain bugging you too? Good. Then look here at this letter I picked up from the ground. Oh, that's a scrap of the photo. You're looking for this thing? Then by all means take it. It's all yours. Interesting. Thank you very much, sir. So we're just missing one now. The pancakes I made are soft and fluffy. You wish you could sleep on them. Thank you very much. Coin. I know we've been here before, but it's worth exploring again. I used to work down the mines. Okay, we've heard this conversation. This is where we found one of the pieces already as well. So there might be one character that we missed to talk about. Maybe it's Chelmy's partner, his like assistant. I think we'd solve the puzzle for him. But other than that, we haven't talked to him much. We've talked to him. We've gone through these directions. We talked to him as well. I never seen anybody go so much trouble to get their puzzles with such a piece of rubbish. Well, perhaps it's not rubbish, little mister. Oh, wait. Is someone there? Can anybody help me? Oh, someone's in need of some tea, I guess. My circulation isn't very good, so I get the chills really easily. When it gets bad like this, my legs wobble so much that I feel like I'm standing on ice. That sounds terrible. It really does. Might we offer you a little tea to help you overcome that chill? Help me find a tea that will fix my bad circulation and warm me up. I'm freezing. Perhaps something spicy could help? Huh. I think that could be it. Refreshing and purifying, revitalizing and restoring. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Bad circulation and warm me up. Okay. Have some definitely refreshing and purifying. Boost immunity and the clover. Root remedy. Serve. Tasty! Layla beams a rosy glow returning to her cheeks and her chills disappearing. Good job. Thanks a million, you two. Now I'm toasty to the tips of my toes. Glad to see it help. Are you now fully recovered? No, not exactly. I suppose the tea wasn't as effective as I originally thought. Oh no, the chills are gone, but now I got the cramp from all that shivering. Ow, ow, ow. Hey, something's moving behind your shoulder over there. I don't see anything bad there. Oops, it was probably just the trick of the light. That seems to happen to a lot of people in Fall Sense. Anywho, never you mind all that. And thanks so much for helping me out, I mean it. You are welcome. Where to now? It would be funny if she's the last one. Yep, I decided to set up camp in town. Well, what do you think? Pretty smart, eh? If I lose track of puzzles while running around town, have a look in here. It was not gonna be that easy. It would have been quite entertaining. That's where we came from. Honestly, I thought that was gonna go to, for instance, this piece of paper. But no, it didn't. The inspector might seem like a grown, but I've never seen a man so head over heels for his wife. That's actually quite adorable. I do admit, do remember to take rests every so often while doing your investigation in town, sir. Okay, so it's not in the hotel. Who are we missing? What if we go as far back as we can? I will start the more. Probably the dog, that is true. It would be interesting if one of the pieces got stuck in his teeth. Oh, no. Okay, we were supposed to be only missing one. The professor looked aside to go to the gate at the forest edge to get the last photo scrub. Okay, we did everything we were supposed to do. Interesting. Folsom used to be home to many families of noble birth. Then Duke Hurst discovered a vast gold deposit on the outskirts of town. Folsom developed rapidly, but the word of the gold brought in all sorts of unsavory types. It's such an awful shame. This used to be such an enchanting town. So we're going in this direction now, huh? Oh, wait. Changed your minds, have you, love? I take it you want to come inside and have a look around? No, Oh, look at those red cheeks. No need to be shy, Poppet. Vera? This kid is underage. Try this puzzle out. I'll relax you. This is getting weird. I do agree, my friend. How old is she? What an appropriate title for what just happened. A boy and a girl are chatting at a local cafe. Looking up from his drinks, the boy says, "You know, I'm 20, which is twice the age you were when I was the age we are now." Isn't that interesting? As you can see, this boy isn't the most concise of speakers, but using what he said, how old is the girl he's chatting to? She's 15?
Let's see if this works. That was almost too easy.
Officer, this motherfucker right here. Oh my god.
My god. Oh, you're a clever one. I do love clever boys, man. They make me right weak at my knees, honestly. Clever? Me? Imagine saying this. Don't ever say something like that. Oh, you're getting all red again. Aren't you adorable? You can come back anytime, love. I don't know how to feel about this. If you ever feel like you need to unwind, love, you know where I am. there's no like a bit of cabaret. Let's feel away from here. I do agree. That was plenty of inappropriate behavior. The listen but again this conversation. We've heard this before. Meanwhile, elsewhere. So, would you say he comes to town fairly often? Oh yes, I mean, think about it. He takes the Military Express for free whenever he wants. I suppose that's one of the perks of owning your own railway, huh? Oh, and whenever I see him around, he's always with some hippie conductor's outfit. 9 times out of 10 I've seen him, he's having to go at the conductor about one thing or another. He seems to be searching for something, though I don't know what. But whatever it is, it must be pretty special if a rich guy like him can buy it. I still don't see the fuss over this Elysium box. As far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, it's just a box. Inspector, pardon me, but I've just received word from headquarters. And his alibi checks out. Is that so? Then that's that, isn't it? Huh. Ha ha ha. Barton, we got our man. Gather all the suspects at the hotel and we'll pull this case to bed. But, sir, if we know who the murderer is, shouldn't we make the arrest and be done with it? What? Barton, sometimes I think you might be the thickest Bob you've ever met. There's no greater thrill in the life of a detective than accusing the guilty party in front of a crowd. Someone is doing this more for the fame than delivering justice to the people. Oh, Chalmy. Yes, sir. A box can be anything, pretty much. That shop is so smelly that I have to play out here or I'd pass out. It's just like the detective novels. Personally, I do it to help people. I just happen to get paid in the process. That's true. That really stinks. It's okay, I brought some snacks with me to nibble on, so at least I'm not bored. Here, let's share them. 75. Sweets for 5. Okay. You have a box of 4 different kinds of sweets arranged in no particular order. Your job is to divide these treats into 5 equal portions. To do so, you need to make sure each portion contains exact number and variety of sweets. Got it? Good. Then get started. Okay. What do we have here? Probably some apple or perhaps mint candy. A variety of colorful jawbreakers. Damn, this girl was carrying the entire fucking candy shop in her pocket. That is quite a sizable amount of candies, I do agree. A whole advent calendar of candy. I don't usually eat candy personally, but I do like sweet things. With a cut like this, we're already up to a good start. There's one right there. And one there. That should be it.
Just leave it to me.
Marvelous.
Piece of cake.
Literally sweet. Yay, it's all divided up now. Here's some for you. Wow, thanks a lot. Ugh, Blake, this tastes like raw garlic. Oopsie, all the garlic in the shop must have made my snacks all weird. I'll have to throw them out. Ugh, what a waste. There it is. Talk about a spooky place. Do you think the path beyond that gate leads to the castle, Professor? From what I can tell, yes. Gosh, anyone who would live out in the middle of a spooky forest like that must be a little batty. No wonder people think whoever's out there is a vampire. Huh? Show a little courage, boy. Wait, oh, what's this? What's this here? Something stuck in the fence. It's the last piece of the photograph. Now that we've recovered them all, let's see if we can piece the photograph back together. Puzzle 116. The torn photo. Okay. Professor Layton and Luke have finally hunted down all 16 pieces of that peculiar photo. Reassemble the pieces to reveal the contents of the image. Rotate a piece by touching aside and spinning it around. Be careful not to reassemble the picture upside down. Okay. We'll definitely try. We're definitely trying to form the face of a goat, I think. Huh. Okay.
Let's see if this works.
Marvelous.
Piece of cake!
You did it, but what on earth is that picture of? Could it be like one of the sides of the Elysium box? There, that's all of it. Gosh, Professor. Look, right to venture, I guess I'd say that we see before us is the Elysium box itself, yes. Oh look, the design of the top of the box looks the same as the one in front of the fountain. Yes, I noticed the resemblance myself. What an unusual emblem. The imagery seems to resemble some sort of monster, doesn't it? So thank you very much for the water, dear friend Alfred. I'll drink a little bit more actually. Much better. Well, that seems appropriate, doesn't it? I mean, the box did kill poor Dr. Schrader after all. Well, perhaps it did, and perhaps it didn't. We won't know until we have the actual item on our hands. For now, our best course of action might be to show this photo to the townsfolk and see what they say. Sounds good to me. Who knows? Maybe the photo will jog someone's memory or... What are we going to... Oh, the picture just flew from the wind. The wind blew away all the photo pieces. This is quite an unfortunate turn of events. With that piece missing, the emblem looks completely different. Evil and more like a frog. It does look like a frog without that piece. Well, if you lose any more pieces, it won't look like anything at all. Let's paste the remaining pieces down so we don't lose any more to the wind. And with that, another mystery has been solved. And a new one has appeared. So right now we have our complete list of mysteries to solve. Interesting. Yes, this is all of them. And we'll slowly but surely we'll make sure to solve all of them. Let's save real quick. Talk to people around town. Professor Layton, sir. Pardon, my good man. Whatever is the matter? The inspector has found the person responsible for Dr. Schrader's murder. I have strict orders to round everyone up at the hotel as quickly as possible, sir. Understood. We shall head there without delay. Come, Luke, let's hurry. The professor and Luke decided to return to the hotel. Save your progress? Okay. Chapter 6. The Road to Herzen Castle. And I feel like the start of a new chapter might be the perfect place to call it a day. In a little bit of a cliffhanger of sorts, if you will. We've solved quite the amount of puzzles and we have discovered quite the amount of mysteries. A lot has been done today. And I thank you so much for joining the stream. And thank you very much for the stretch redeem before we call it a day. It's been wonderful as always, and I truly hope everyone here has a fantastic rest of their day. And I thank you once again for joining me for another session full of puzzles and mysteries with our dear Professor Layton. Have a fantastic rest of your day, friends. Thank you to the Patreons, and I hope to see you in the next one, of course. Thanks for the fun time, Yellow. Hope you have a good weekend. Same goes for you, dear friends. Same goes for you. Once again, thanks to the patrons for supporting us, and I truly hope to see you in the next one. And I will see you, Space Cowboy. Bang.
I was cooling in the motel for a minute. Loved ones that I won't tell how I'm living. Now I'm in the woods, trailer park, staying hidden. In the rap game, slashing through a million minions. IRL is lame cause I'm broke in Virginia. Surrounded by the slimy cold-blooded, they amphibians. I ain't dark as I was, hit the amphibian. Pulled a beat katana out in the slaughterhouse. I was high cause you talking loud, starting drama now. I got fire cause I understood what they talking about. So I fight them cause I understand all they trauma now. In the woods, smoking on some woods, game me feeling good, but it's great. Can't escape my fate, would if I could. On some LBs, for these LBs I had to hustle. Desperately trying to find paradise through this desperate struggle. Wanna kill and be killed, it's the way that I'm living. Throw my life away, but I had to hide my feelings. Trying to stack LBs straight to the ceiling.